Welcome, students and parents. This presentation will include demonstrations of all of the instruments that are available for instruction through District 65. After the instrumental overview, we will have some enrollment information, next steps, and instrumental lesson starting dates. Now let's begin by meeting the orchestra family.
Hi friends, my name is Mrs. Alger. I teach orchestra at Nichols, Lincoln, Dewey, and Washington. I'm so excited for this new school year, and I'm so especially excited to welcome new string players to the program in 4th and 5th grade. So if you're interested in playing violin, viola, cello, or string bass, you should definitely join orchestra this year. This instrument is the violin. It's the highest in pitch of the string orchestra. The violin plays a lot of melody, so if melody is something you really enjoy playing, this might be the right instrument for you. So the violin starts on the low G string and goes all the way up to the high E string. It can play classical music, it can also, like all the other string instruments, play popular music.
This is the viola. The viola is an orchestra instrument very similar to the violin, but it is a little bit larger. Because the viola is a little bit larger, it plays a little lower. The viola is known for playing a lot of classical music. But the viola can also play a lot of popular music too.
This instrument is called the cello. Its voice is in between the viola and the bass, and it sounds like this. It can play classical music. It can also play pop tunes.
This is the bass, the largest of the 4 string instruments in orchestra. It has a G, a D, an A, and an E. Very low. Basses are used in jazz bands. And basses can also play with a bow just like the other stringed instruments. This is a song called The Elephant.
Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Jacobs and I am the band director at Nichols, Dewey, and Washington schools. And in spite of the pandemic and remote learning and everything else that's going on, I'm very happy that we are going to be able to do band and orchestra for beginners in 4th and 5th grade. It's a wonderful program. I think everybody will get a lot out of it, and something you can take all the way through middle school and high school and beyond. So the next videos will show the instruments that are available for band, and then we will be sending out information as to how to get signed up, and we hope to see a lot of you joining band and orchestra. The first instrument I'm going to show you is part of the woodwind family, and this is the flute. The next woodwind instrument is called the clarinet, and clarinet, unlike the flute where we blew across a hole, uses this piece of cane called a reed attached to a mouthpiece. And then we put it all together and it looks like this. It's a little bit of clarinet. Next woodwind instrument is called the saxophone, and it is a woodwind even though it is made out of brass because it still uses the reed and mouthpiece setup. So here's a little bit of saxophone. The first brass instrument we have is called the trumpet, and brass instruments make sounds differently than woodwind instruments. The flute we blew across a tone hole, saxophone and clarinet we used reeds and mouthpieces to make the sound, but for brass instruments we do what is called a buzz. Which sounds funny but also works much better with the whole instruments. Here's the trumpet. Our next brass instrument is called the French horn. French horn makes the sound the same way the trumpet does, with the buzz. A little bit different shape of mouthpiece, kind of looks like an ice cream cone. And I'm going to play a little French horn, a tune you should recognize right away. Our final brass instrument is the trombone. Trombone has a similar mouthpiece to the trumpet in shape, but there are no valves. We use a slide. And here's a tune.
This instrument is the baritone, also called a euphonium. It uses the same large mouthpiece that the trombone does, so it gets a low sound, but it uses valves to play the different notes instead of a slide, kind of like the trumpet. We still get the low sound when we buzz. We put the mouthpiece on, the baritone gets an awesome tone. So that's the baritone.
For percussion, you would get what is called a bell kit or percussion kit, and it includes a stand that breaks down into two pieces and a drum pad and sticks. It is not loud like a snare drum, but it has the same feel and action.
and that's how we learn to do drum playing and rhythms. It also comes with a set of bells that can fit on the same stand. It uses mallets, and we use bells to learn note reading and melody playing. So all that comes together in a single kit that's on wheels that can be rolled back and forth.
Now let's talk a little bit about program costs and expectations. While District 65 instrumental instruction is free and taught by accredited teachers, most families are responsible for the instrument rental costs. Your school program can also provide a district-owned scholarship instrument for students on free or reduced lunch. There's also a $20 program participation fee payable through District 65. However, cost should not be a factor for a student wanting to participate in band or orchestra. Please contact your school's instrumental directors for more information and assistance. Let's go over a few important dates. Your school's complete program and rental information will be available by October 7th. However, if for some reason you do not receive it, please contact your child's classroom teacher or visit your school's website to email an instrumental director. Online enrollment will end on October 14th so that there is enough time for every student to be ready with an instrument in hand for their first Zoom lesson. Lessons will begin the week of October 27th. However, depending on the instrument your child is playing, the program director will provide lesson specifics such as weekly day and time. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the instrumental demonstrations. We look forward to working with your child.